The most important military alliance you never heard of might be falling apart. No leader summit for over a year. The US and India relation at its lowest point in the decade. And the America's president is keeping the meeting and flying to the Beijing instead. So is the Quad dead? The answer is more alarming than it's simple yes or no. Here is the thing most of the people gets wrong. The Quad has died before twice and both times the world wrote it off. It came back stronger. So before we call the funeral, let's actually understand what we are dealing with. Because the story of Quad isn't just about four countries holding meetings. It's about the biggest power struggle of the 21st century and where it's heading. It starts not with a war but with a wave. In December 2004, a catastrophic tsunami tears through the Indian Ocean. Over 2 lakh people dead, and four countries India, US, Japan, and Australia suddenly find themselves working side by side in a massive rescue operation. It worked surprisingly well, and that cooperation planted a seed. In 2007, Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe asked, "What if we made this permanent?" The Quad was born, but then the China made a phone call. Australia, facing massive economic pressure from Beijing, quietly walked away in 2008. Quad went silent for nearly a decade. Gone, dead, finished, or so everyone thought. Actually, China built dozens of them. Military bases in the South China Sea, blue water naval dominance, the Belt and Road Initiative, trading influence through 140 countries. Suddenly, in 2070, those four countries started talking again. By the 2021, Quad had its first ever leader summit, not a Zoom call, a real sit down. Biden, Modi, Morrison, Suga. They weren't just talking about security anymore. Vaccine, semiconductor, undersea cable, space, climate tech. This was no longer a defense club. This was becoming the economic and technological spine of Indo-Pacific. And then 2025 happened. Trump's return to the White House. He promised Modi he'd fly to India for the Quad summit. He never showed up. Here's why. Trump called Modi and told him he broke the India-Pakistan ceasefire, that Pakistan was nominating him for the Nobel Peace Prize. He implied India should do the same. India said, "That's not what happened." The call went south. The summit got ghosted. Instead of flying to the New Delhi for the Quad summit, Trump flew to Beijing, describing the meeting with the Xi as a G2 summit. For Japan, Australia, and India, that sent a chill down their spine. Here's how the game theorists would explain what happening. The Quad is what called a stag hunt. Everyone wins a big if they all commit. But if even one player hedges, especially the biggest one, the whole strategy collapses. Right now, the US appear to be heading and India is responding rationally by deepening ties with the China and Russia, which means the very threat that created a Quad might be the thing that quietly dismantling it. Before you write the obituary, look at what actually happening on the ground. Japan just made a historic move. For the first time since World War II, it relaxed its arm export restriction that have been placed for 80 years. Japan can now export advanced military technologies, including stealth warship, potentially to India. That's not the behavior of the country abandoning an alliance. That's the behavior of a country doubling down. India is set to host a Quad foreign minister meeting in the upcoming months. Malabar never exercises. The four-nation war game in the Pacific continues. And here is the thing nobody talks about. The threat that created Quad hasn't gone away. China's navy is the largest in the world by the ship count. Its influence in Indo-Pacific is still expanding. The Belt and Road Initiative threading through the South Asia. The need of the Quad is actually higher in 2026 than it's ever been. So, Quad is dead? No, but it's still in ICU. The Quad has never been formal alliance with the legally binding commitments. It always been a strategic convenience. Country cooperating when it suits them, pulling back when it doesn't. What we are seeing now isn't the death of the Quad. It's a straight test. The first real one under a genuine transactional American president who views alliance as a business agreement, not a strategic commitment. The outcome of the test will define the security architect of the Indo-Pacific for the next upcoming decades. The real question isn't Quad dead. The real question is what happens to Asia if it's. Because the answer to that question is written in Beijing. What if this video changed how you think about Indo-Pacific? Smash that like button. It genuinely helps the channel. And drop the comments. Do you think the Quad can survive Trump? Subscribe if you want more geopolitical breakdown like this.